So managing stress and overwhelm. Tip number 4, stop comparing yourself to people all of the time. Now we all do this, don't we? All of us do it at some stage in our lives. And we do it subconsciously and usually with very little awareness. And there's lots of reasons why we do it. I think a very simple reason though is to make us feel better about ourselves. Particularly true when we move into a new area of our lives, that we're maybe changing the direction of our career, or we're learning a new skill, or we're becoming a parent for the first time, and all that brings. So we do this really to act as a benchmark, don't we? So that we know where we're at, are we doing a good job? What do we need to know? So it can be a very healthy way to do it, because we're learning and we're growing and we're pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone a little bit when we benchmark against somebody else. So this is a healthy way to do it. When it moves into the unhealthy side is when we start comparing our weaknesses, our perceived weaknesses, to the other person's strengths. And straight away, this is not comparing like with like. So over time, this can have a huge impact on our confidence, on our belief in ourselves, on our belief in our abilities. And it can impact us taking any action. So we can get really stuck. We don't want to grow, we don't want to develop, because we're feeling, oh, I could never do that. Look at that person, they've done a great job there, I will never be there. Or they seem very clear on their direction, I'm really not clear, so I won't do anything. So we can retreat rather than moving forward. Now, this is especially prevalent at the moment with all the social media, which is great in one way, but it can portray a very perfect lifestyle, an idea of a very perfect lifestyle. And everybody knows really, when it comes down to it, that nobody has it perfect. Life is always happening around us. And it's how you deal with it is what determines what happens. So we're comparing an idea that we have about somebody else that may not be true. It may not be true. So to stop yourself falling down that road of comparing to somebody like that all the time is to come in with awareness, just the awareness that you're doing it, to stop yourself in your track. And then to step into that whole state of being grateful for where you are on your journey, because everybody's journey is different. Everybody's path is different. It's to look at your own present day moment, to look at where you are, maybe even going back and saying, wow, 6 months ago I was here and now look how far I've come, and then looking forward as to where you'd like to go. So it's staying in this whole area of being grateful and gratitude, looking at all the support systems you have around you, look at all your friends around you, look at all the teachers you've had, and look at all the challenges that you've overcome, in the past that have brought you to this point today, and all the decisions you've made. So staying in this area rather than comparing yourself all the time. Absolutely, this will prevent the overwhelm and the stress from sneaking its way back in. To stay on the healthy side of comparison, to learn from people rather than to be finding and picking the faults in yourself when you compare against an idea of somebody. All right, so that is tip number 4. Stop comparing yourself to people all of the time and look at what you have in your own life right now.